why I love the Enneagram. Your Enneagram type is not who you are at your core. You are at your core a shade of that type. I did an exercise in my first ever Enneagram group where I passed out these pieces of construction paper that were color coded for each Enneagram type. So for Enneagram 2s, we used the color blue. On these construction paper were written characteristics of that type. And I had people put them in front of their face. If you're looking at a 2, you might say, I see someone who is selfless, who is always happy, always helpful, who is welcoming, who is kind, right? What you're seeing is what they've put between themselves and you in order to gain acceptance and protect themselves, not who they are. My daughter got braids recently, and it's a trend for, I'm not going to say the right words, y'all help me, the little loose curly pieces to be sticking out. So I found out that those pieces had to be human hair so that they could curl properly. And I'm thinking, this is actually what her hair looks like. It's like, why am I buying? I ended up buying the not human hair version because it was cheaper. And it was plastic and it got tangled. Y'all help me. I know I was supposed to take better care of it and didn't. But the point is, the type of hair that we were trying to purchase was not even as high quality as her actual natural hair underneath. Does that make sense? You're actually naturally underneath the facade of the personality type that we put between us and the world. You're actually a much more beautiful version. You're so much more than those things. If you are a 2, you will always be kind, but you don't have to be the type of kind that you think will gain you acceptance. You don't have to be always there. You don't have to not have any protections for yourself and no boundaries. No matter how much you lean into your fear, which, for example, with 2s, is being seen as selfish, if you lean into yourself and if you accept yourself, your Enneagram type is not who you are, but rather the trap that you tend to fall into when you're not healthy, when you're not being self-aware. No matter how much you lean into a self-centered mindset, you're never going to become all about yourself. That thing that you value, that's who you are. That's why you value it. That value that you carry, it's still there. If you're an 8 and you put toughness between you and people, if you lean into vulnerability, which is the fear of 8s, if you let that toughness down, you're still tough, but you're tough in a way that is unbreakable. It's not a facade of toughness. It's not a wall that keeps from letting people in. You're tough in a way that allows people in, okay? Your Enneagram type can be a gentle reminder that if you let it all go, if you stop trying, that thing you want to be, that's what you are.